Hi, this video is going to be on my first impressions of the Panasonic FZ1000. So let's get started. Okay, so I've had the camera for about a week now, and I've gotten pretty used to it. So some of the first impressions. In my previous video, I talked about how my first interest was a Nikon P500. And I did go to Best Buy and look at that and handle it. And in comparison, it is a much smaller camera when compared to this Panasonic FZ1000. And it was lighter in weight, smaller in size. Now that I've been out with the Panasonic for about a week, it is a substantial weight. Not heavy, but a good weight in the hands, and it feels good. Secondly, the construction. Where you grip at here seems to be a textured matte finish material. The rest of it seems to be a hardcore plastic with some metal parts built into it. It feels good. It feels very good in the hands. Again, one of the reasons I chose the camera was many of the features that it has. One of the primary features is the zoom lens. The zoom on this lens is 25 by 400, but with the digital zoom, that will go up to 1600. So that puts this camera in the super zoom class of bridge cameras. Again, it's got a host of buttons, lots of features, all of which I'm just starting to get into and starting to learn. Some of the most important ones, though. The fully articulating screen. This is very important. You can look at the screen and tilt it for when you're taking the pictures. And then also what's important is when you're using it as a video camera, you can see yourself here as well. And that was one of the features, because on the Nikon, it was not a fully articulating screen. It just went up and down. You couldn't fold it out and use it when you were using it for video. So that was very important. Second thing, the layout of the buttons, the feature buttons here, very easy. Additional rotating button with a push to set it as well. 5 function buttons that you can preset a lot of the features to. This red button here is for start and stopping a video. We talked about the zoom, and then you can manually zoom the lens out as well. One of the things as I was researching it, one of the flaws of the camera was where the camera mount was on the bottom, and how when you mounted it, it prevented you, when the camera was on the tripod, from opening the battery door. And here's the battery door and the SD card. But I quickly found that a gentleman has developed a plate that screws into that and then allows the camera mount to slide over into a hole drilled into this plate, so that even when it's mounted, you can access that. So I went ahead and brought that at the same time I brought the camera, so I don't have that issue of trying to change the battery when it is in the tripod. The viewfinder, I don't actually use it that much. I use the screen most of the time. I use the zoom quite a bit. And then the feature button right here where you snap to take the pictures. Overall, I found the camera to be of substantial quality. Very pleased with the purchase. And as I mentioned, I've been out a few times taking pictures. So last week I went out and took pictures, and yesterday I went out to a park and took pictures for that will be displayed right after this that I'm going to call Petals as I get used to the camera and start to learn the features. Most of these were taken on automatic focus, although some were taken on manual as well. So I'm starting to get used to the ISO, the light, the feature, shutter speed. Those are the things I'm starting to get familiar with as I blog these adventures of my new toy, the Panasonic SZ1000. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you at the next episode. Thanks.